Oh, one of my all-time Christmas favorites. You ready for this?
When the McAllister family left on their Christmas vacation,
Did we miss the flight? No, you just made it.
they forgot one small thing.
Kevin!
Police in the northern suburbs are on the lookout for a pair of burglars who are calling themselves the Wet Bandits.
We know that you're in there.
It's Santa Claus. And it's Elf.
Kid. I mean, what can a kid do to us?
Kids are stupid. I know I was.
You still are, Marv.
This is it.
Yes! Where are you, you little creep? I'm gonna kill that kid! Why'd you take your shoes off?
Why are you dressed like a chicken?
Yesterday, he was just a kid. But tonight, he's a home security system.
You guys give up, or you're thirsty for more?
Oh, one of my all-time favorites, made in 1990. Anybody know what's the name of the movie? Home Alone. Oh, yeah. You know, when years ago, my girls would sit in the back end of the van and they'd watch that movie as I was driving, and I would just laugh hysterically listening to these guys scream the entire time. You know, but I don't know about you, but I've always identified with the Wet Bandits. I did. I identify with these guys because, you know, they had a plan, right? They had a goal. And no matter what they did, their plan failed. They met booby trap after booby trap, and they fell flat on their face over and over and over again. You know, identify with them because in reality, they were in the dark, weren't they? No matter what they did, no matter what their plans, how detailed their plan was, they fell on their face over and over again. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't like being in the dark. Anybody here? I mean, I want to be in the know, right? I don't like being surprised. I do not like when things go wrong in life, and no matter how much time, energy, and effort I put into it, I can't seem to fix it. I don't like it when things happen in my life that were not in my plans. I want to be in the know, and I don't like being in the dark. Which, the verse that came to me came from Matthew chapter 2. After Jesus was born in Bethlehem in Judea, during the time of King Herod, Magi from the east came to Jerusalem and asked, "Where is the one who has been born King of the Jews? We saw his star when it rose and have come to worship him." So far it makes sense. These Magi are traveling. They go to the capital. They go to Jerusalem and ask, "Where is the one born King of the Jews?" There was just one problem. There was already a king of the Jews. When King Herod heard this, he was disturbed, and all Jerusalem with him. Now, we know King Herod as Herod the Great. And when Herod got disturbed, well, that was no bueno. I mean, it was no good. Because Herod, well, he was unpredictable. Herod was ruthless. He reigned from 37 to 4 BC. And he's called Herod the Great because of his magnificent building projects. I mean, he expanded Jerusalem. He expanded the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. I mean, he was known all around the Roman Empire for his buildings, but he was also extremely cruel. He was an Idumean, which means he was a half-Jew. He was a half-breed. And he wasn't really king. He was kind of a puppet king for the Roman Empire. I mean, Caesar was really in charge, and then there was Pontius Pilate, and then King Herod. But he was so cruel that he actually had his mother-in-law whacked. I mean, he got rid of her. Didn't like her, he had her put to death. In fact, in order to protect his throne, he killed 3 of his sons. And he even murdered, get this, his favorite wife. All in order to protect his throne. Octavian, also known as Caesar Augustus, once said, "It is better to be Herod's pig than his son." So when he had called together all the people's chief priests and teachers of the law, he asked them where the Messiah was to be born. "In Bethlehem in Judea," they replied, "for this is what the prophet has written. But you, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, are by no means least among the rulers of Judah, for out of you will come a ruler who will shepherd my people Israel." Now, first of all, I love that verse. You know, I love it because it was first prophesied some 700 years earlier through the prophet Micah. It was in Micah chapter 5, verse 2, where it says, "But you, Bethlehem Ephrathah, though you are small among the clans of Judah, out of you will come for me one who will be ruler over Israel, whose origins are from of old, from ancient times." I mean, 700 years earlier, the prophet said that this was going to take place. And so whenever we sing, "Oh, little town of Bethlehem," I love it. Because, oh, little town of Bethlehem, big things can come from small places. You might feel like you don't measure up. You might feel like you don't have the talent or the ability. You might be kind of hesitant to use the blessings that God has bestowed upon you. But I want you to know that big things can come from small places. That God has gifted you with your skill, your talent, your heart, your passion, your abilities to make a difference in the world. And through you, God can do big things to change the world.